Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Just where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. To a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts. When stars go out each night, let this be our prayer.
גם בעת צרה.
When shadows fill our day,
Lead us to a place.
guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be safe. Sim ba'olam shalom tova uvracha. Olam emet
Shalom,
mishpat v'tzedek. Verachamim al kol b'nei britecha. Ben goyei haolam shalom vereut. Oy avarachamim.
we ask that life be kind
Rachem aleinu.
and watch us from above.
Again badeinu.
We hope each soul will find
Anticipatory high holiday service known as Slichot, as we are welcoming one another into our beloved sanctuary, welcoming one another into the sanctuary of our homes from wherever you join us, and welcoming each other into the sanctuary of our lives, beginning this deep process of awakening, of introspection, of journey, of growth, of improvement, all that beckons us and prepares us for our sacred journey. Let me offer, as we are invited into this season where we partake of the sweetness of the season and as we enjoy the apples and honey, a poem by Robert Frost entitled Unharvested. A scent of ripeness from over a wall, and come to leave the routine road and look for what had been made me stall. There, sure enough, was an apple tree that had eased itself of its summer load, and all but its trivial foliage free, now breathed as light as a lady's fan, for there had been an apple fall, as complete as the apple had given man. The ground was one circle of solid red. May something always go unharvested. May much stay out of our stated plan. Apples or something forgotten and left, so smelling their sweetness would be no theft. As we explore, as we journey through our high holiday season, let us ask for ourselves what we seek in our lives, the fruits of our harvest. What will we seize, and what will we accept as that which has been unharvested? Together, whether harvested or unharvested, may we learn, may we be together, may we smell, may we partake of the sweetness of being together as the family of Solel. And so we begin our service of Slichot as we enter into the evening of Shabbat, as we separate the sacredness of Shabbat, and in doing so, we usually move into the sacredness of the profane, of the everyday. But here we have this special opportunity to have just a little bit more of a measure of separation from the everyday separateness of sacredness of Shabbat into the elevated form of sacredness of the taste of our high holidays. As we do so, we'd invite all those of you who are present to join myself and Cantor on the bima. You could come and join us as we gather together for our Havdalah. And we hope that those of you who are at home also feel that same sense of nearness and togetherness and proximity, closeness, comfort, support, embrace. Come, on the bima.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam bore peri agafen bore peri agafen lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la la lai 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 la la lai lai la la lai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam bore minei besamim bore minei besamim lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la la lai 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 la la lai lai la la lai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam bore meore haesh bore meore haesh lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la la lai 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 la la lai lai la la lai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המבדיל בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין ישראל העמים, בין ששת ימי המעשה. ברוך אתה אדוני, המבדיל בין קודש לחול. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la la lai 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 la la lai lai la la lai המבדיל בין קודש לחול, חטאותינו ימחול, זרענו וכספה והרבה כחול, והכוכבים בלילה. שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joyous grief. Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase.
As we are on this exploration together, we each find ourselves in our own way, in our own place, and also exploring the individuality of our consciousness, what we, each one of us, are seeking from this moment. And so I invite us to find ourselves for a few moments on page 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 in our worship service. You'll note that there are several readings. I invite you to rather than read each and every one, to maybe just find one among the many, there are 33, to find yourselves on perhaps one and to rest and reflect for a few moments on that message that guides your souls as we enter into our service of Slichot. On page 23. Now is the time for turning. The leaves are beginning to turn from green to red and orange. The birds are beginning to turn and are headed once more toward the south. The animals are beginning to turn to storing their food for the winter. For leaves, birds, and animals, turning comes instinctively. But for us, turning does not come so easily. It takes an act of will for us to make a turn. It means breaking with old habits. It means admitting that we have been wrong, and this is never easy. It means losing face. It means starting all over again, and this is always painful. It means saying, I am sorry. It means recognizing that we have had the ability to change. These things are terribly hard to do, but unless we turn, we will be trapped forever in yesterday's ways. O Lord, help us to turn from callousness to sensitivity, from hostility to love, from pettiness to purpose, from envy to contentment, from carelessness to discipline, from fear to faith. Turn us around, O Lord, and bring us back toward you. Revive our lives as at the beginning, and turn us toward each other. Lord, for in isolation there is no life. Hashivenu Adonai Elohecha v'nashuva chadesh yameinu kekedem. Help us to return to you, O Lord. Then truly shall we return, renew our days as in the past. On page 26.
שומר שומר ישראל, שמור שארית ישראל, ואל יאבד ישראל, האומרים שמע ישראל. שומר שומר ישראל, שמור שארית ישראל, ועל יאבד ישראל, האומרים שמע ישראל. שומר שומר גוי אחד, שמו שארית עם אחד, ועל יאבד גוי אחד, עם יחדים שמך, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שומר אומר ישראל, שמו שארית ישראל, ועל יאבד ישראל, האומרים שמע ישראל.
On page 36, please pray with me responsively. As clay takes form in a potter's hand, so do we in yours. Mold us into human form. You are the potter, we are but clay. As words are shaped by a poet's hand, so are we by yours. Make us your song. You are the singer. We are your work. As a ship takes its course from a sailor's hand, so do we from yours. Set us on your chosen course. You are the sailor, we are your ship. As threads are patterned by a weaver's hand, so are we by yours. Weave us into your plan, O God. We are your people, you are our King. On page 37.
כי אנו עמך ואתה מלכנו, אנו בניך ואתה אבינו, אנו נחלתך ואתה גורלנו, אנו צונך ואתה דודנו, אנו רעייתך ואתה רעינו, אנו רעייתך ואתה דודנו, אנו סגולתך ואתה דודנו, כי אנו עמך ואתה מלכנו, כי אנו עמך ואתה מלכנו, אנו בניך ואתה אבינו.
On page 40, responsively, hear our voice, Lord our God, have compassion upon us, and with that compassion accept our prayer. Help us to return to you, O Lord, then truly shall we return, renew our days as of old. Consider our words, Lord, look into our inmost thoughts. Do not cast us away from your presence. Do not remove your Holy Spirit. Do not dismiss us when we are old. As our strength diminishes, do not abandon us. Do not abandon us, Lord our God. Do not be far from us. From you, Lord, do we wait, and you, our God, will answer.
שמע קולנו, אדוני אלוהינו, חוס ורחם עלינו, עלינו, וקבל ברחמים, ברחמים וברצון, את תפילתנו. אשיבנו אדוני אליך, אשיבנו אליך ונשובה, חדש ימינו, ימינו כקדם. אל תשליכנו, תשליכנו. לעת זקנה ככלוד כוחנו. אל תעזבנו. שמע קולנו, אדוני אלוהינו, חוס ורחם עלינו, עלינו, וקבל ברחמים, ברחמים וברצון את תפילתנו.
We continue on the middle of page 42. Al chet shechatan lefanecha ba'ones v'ratzon, the sin we have committed against you under duress or by choice. Al chet shechatan lefanecha b'zadon b'shgaga, the sin we have committed against you consciously or unconsciously. Al chet shechatan lefanecha b'glui v'sater, the sin we have committed against you openly or secretly. Al chet shechatan lefanecha b'sinat chinas, the sin we have committed against you by hating without cause. Al chet shechatan lefanecha b'masah matan, the sin we have committed against you by dishonesty in business. Al chet shechatan lefanecha b'honat re'ah, the sin we have committed against you by hurting others in astray. V'al kulam elohas lichot, slach lanu, machal lanu, kaper lanu. For all these things, God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement.
ועל כולם אלוהי סליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו. ועל כולם אלוהי סליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו.
As we continue in the middle of page 43. Al chet shechatan lefanecha, we have sinned against you by failing to work for peace. We have sinned against life by keeping silent in the face of injustice. Al chet shechatan lefanecha, we have sinned against you in my life by ignoring those who suffer in distant lands. We have sinned against life by forgetting the poor in our own midst. Al chet shechatan lefanecha, we have sinned to respect those made in the image of God. We have withheld our love from those who depend on us. Al chet shechatan lefanecha, we have engaged in gossip and repeated slander. We've distorted the truth for our own advantage. Al chet shechatan lefanecha, we have conformed to fashion and not to conscience. We've indulged in despair and trafficked with cynics. Al chet shechatan lefanecha, we have given meager support to our houses of study. We've neglected our heritage of learning. Al chet shechatan lefanecha, we have sinned against ourselves and paid scant heed to the life of the Spirit. We have sinned against ourselves, have not risen to fulfill the best that is in us. V'al kulam elohas lichot, salach lanu, machal lanu, kaper lanu. For all these things, O God of mercy, forgive us, pardon us, grant us atonement.
ועל כולם אלוהי סליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו. ועל כולם אלוהי סליחות, סלח לנו מחלנו, סלח לנו מחלנו, כפר לנו.
on page 45. God, before whom words must be true, we acknowledge our faults and our failings. Help us now to strengthen the good impulse within us. Help us to care about wrongs for which we have been spared, to seek forgiveness for the wrongs we shall do, to forgive the wrongs that are done to us. Create in us a clean heart and place a willing spirit within us. Shed your light upon us, O God, and may see the goodness in each of your children. Keep me, O God, from bad intentions and from excessive pride. Help me at all times to govern my passions and master my inclinations. Against melancholy and bitterness defend my soul. Guard my tongue against slander and deceit, and open my eyes to the virtues of others. Let us rise as we seek out a sense of closeness, intimacy, support, and understanding, wisdom, compassion, strength from the Almighty.
Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu, Ki hen banu masi. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed ve'oshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu, Ki en banu maasim. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu tzedakah v'chesed ve'oshienu. Tekiah gedola.
This concludes our service of Slichot. I invite us as we make our way into the good night, into the good week, into the days ahead. May we be guided by the fruits of our new year. May we sense and feel them. May they be ones that nurture us and cultivate us and improve us and strengthen us, that feed us for a life of goodness, of righteousness, and of good health. Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.